Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Angela Miller of Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of the Fifth World of Peace. It is my great pleasure to bring to you this sacred resolution today with Harrison, who found me on YouTube and offered to come along and give his resolution live. Hello, Harrison. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing, Angela? It's nice to be here and also to have an experience of what you're offering. Yeah.
Excellent. So could you start by giving us and the listeners a brief overview of the troubles that you've experienced in your lifetime?
I would say the most challenging things is when your experiences where you have challenges interacting with other people, because well, you need financial muscles. Also, you need to know how to interact with other people, and because of maybe the beliefs that you have picked along, it becomes some kind of a challenge along the way. Yeah.
So what do you do for a job?
At the moment, data analyst loans to our customers, but also I'm shifting into the hypnotherapy arena, which I'm finding it quite fascinating. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I'm sure you may feel brings a certain energy to your life. So what we're going to do is so what kind of spiritual issues have you faced?
One of the things that I started noticing, let's say, when you're going into hypnosis, it basically works with visualization and being able to see things. And of visualization that happens. So what happened is that when I was going through that process, information was coming through that I have blockages or things that have been placed on myself that are preventing me from seeing and achieving my full potential. That's when I started doing the investigation to understand what's happening, and I've been trying to clear that along the way.
Okay. Yeah. And what are your stumbling blocks, would you say? Where are the barriers to you?
Some of the barriers, I would say it's like vision, when you're trying to use your inner eye to see. And other things that were coming to me was I was finding some kind of sharp ringing in my ear. So I went into a deeper research into that and found there was a way that the system was trying to target me and causing the ringing in my ears to trying to influence my reality. Yeah.
Yes, that's a very common thing. Now, what we're going to do with you today, we're going to bring your ancestors into full resolution. So I'm just bringing them to you.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell them that you're releasing their impacts, and look with your inner eye and tell me if they are resisting you in any way, shape or form. They've had a very hard time, your ancestral lineage, I must say that.
Yeah, some of them do come when I go into hypnosis. So I don't know, are they the one who are coming in, or is it my entire lineage of ancestors?
So let's have a look at them, your entire lineage.
Yeah.
And tell them you're going to bring them into full resolution.
Okay, my ancestors, I'm going to bring you into full resolution.
And in the meantime, you're going to let go of all the inherited impacts that you received by your DNA.
And in the meantime, I'm
You
going
don't
to
say that. That's
let,
okay.
okay,
That's okay.
okay,
I'm just putting that process in place.
okay.
And here is where you connect to your mother and father.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with them?
I have a very good relationship with my mom, and at the moment she is currently taking care of my wife who recently gave birth to a young one. But my dad passed away some I think it's now 11 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I just want you to observe your ancestors and just release all blocks that you inherited from them.
Yeah, and how do I go in releasing the blockages?
I'm doing it
We're
for
just
you. You don't need to. I'm doing it for you. But I'm just
okay.
explaining to you what's going on. I wouldn't expect anybody to be able to come in at this level, to be honest.
Okay.
So I'm just initiating certain things in your whole resolution here. Now, with your work, what contract did you sign with them? Was it a basic employment contract? Were there certain stipulations?
For my job or
Yeah, for your job.
with the okay, yeah, it's a contract that you sign where it's like a 3-year contract that I have signed with them.
Okay. Now I'm just going
Yeah.
to get you to focus on your heart. How does it feel in there?
It feels much better, but some time back I was having some pain in my heart region. I don't know what was happening around that place. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just looking at that for you and dealing with that. And just let me know if there are any changes to the way that you see and feel yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the contract with the financial organization. So when you are an administrator of loans, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask your heart this question. It's the first answer. Are you taking on system, karma, and debt for the system?
I'm just feeling like there's a small yes and from the back of my head.
Exactly. So on a spiritual level, what that means is that they're literally using you to sign up people for these loans, for this guilt-based debt. And what they're doing is using you to receive the karma of that so that they are clean. How does that make you feel?
It doesn't settle nicely with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this moment, I'm just dealing with the, let's say, the system financial side of things. Because you should be able to do a job without inheriting the negative karma from these organizations. So I'm just putting that into equity. I'm just looking for any fine print or overlays in your contract or additions or codices that were not seen. There's 43. Now, what I would like to do here is just renegotiate your terms. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, I'm sure you love your job. but you definitely didn't sign up to have that level of guilt-based karma in your experience. So let's just move that out of your experience because you reject that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're dealing with your ancestors, your lineage, and your light line of creation. And how are you feeling in this moment? Can you describe it?
I'm feeling like it's like some of the heaviness that I was feeling around that area, it's like it's being lifted.
Good, good. And how does your heart feel?
Yeah. It feels much more lighter. That's fascinating. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So it gives you an idea of what people carry in their day-to-day lives and jobs. It's fascinating, isn't it? So I'm just looking at your lineage, your maternal lineage.
And that.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get the question.
I'm looking at your maternal lineage, and
yeah,
that seems to be going very well. Your father's lineage is it's been taken over and hijacked by the dark. So this would have been via war, you know, the tremendous amounts of movements in Africa itself, the tribal aspects, the survival aspects. We're going to remove those aspects from you. And get you on the right timeline. And this is going to be really good for your newborn daughter. She won't have to carry this.
Yeah, that's much wonderful. Yeah,
exactly, because we don't want our children to carry the debts of the parents. It's not right. They deserve a start in freedom.
Yes.
So it's going, more layers are going to come off you. It'll literally feel like somebody peeling an onion, but you are the onion peeling back the layers.
Yes, and if you could tell me which beings hijacked my father's lineage, or who did that?
We have Anunnaki.
Okay.
It was all related to gold. Do you have any links to resources or gold in your family?
No.
Okay.
We have no.
Yeah, this would have come from your ancestors way back. It's part of their gold soul group, soul lineage light. So this is part of their technology. So I'm just looking at your technology.
Yes.
Right. Your father's lineage, they were held down pretty much from the moment they came into this universe. It's like they were hijacked upon arrival, basically. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just dealing with those groups that hijacked your lineage. And I'm asking them to remove what they've done to your people and all others affected. They're all in full resolution. Right. So it reveals quite a stunning picture of your potentials. Now, I'm just going to sweep through your mother's ancestry and her lineage and your pure light line of creation. Can you tell me how you're feeling?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
It feels like with every single thing that you're doing, I'm getting lighter, and it's like I'm feeling some tinglings around my energetic body. So, or my body is it's a bit shaking,
Yeah.
and yeah, and is any of this connected with, because I was being, from the sessions I was being told, I had some blockages within my head, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that any of that has manifested in my physical body or something.
Yeah, I mean, they are manifest in your head, but they are blockages there. Now, what I'm going to do is look at specific parts of your brain, your limbic system, your reptilian brain, and your neocortex and medulla in this moment.
Yeah.
And we're just going to recalibrate you. Okay, so if you could,
Yes.
as this is happening, it would be absolutely wonderful if you could describe this process of what you're feeling to other people so that they know
Okay.
it's available. That would be so helpful.
Okay.
And I'll just work in the background.
Okay. You can tell me when to
Start
start
by all means.
describing.
Yeah. Flow into it, dear.
Wow, I can feel like the area around my forehead. It was like it was having some small migraines, but it's like it has stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to around my ears to feel if it's like they are coming down. I'm not picking the extra frequencies that I was picking much earlier. And I can feel like around the crown area, it was like somebody was like trying to use some nails to like put pressure on that area, but I can feel that that part has stopped. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I'm doing on the outskirts of you, I'm just looking for energies that keep your frequency in a lower way, in a lower resonance, so we can get rid of those.
Okay.
Did you experience violence as a child?
Not really, but the education system that we grew up in was a bit harsh.
Mm-hmm.
So where caning was used, you had to somebody had to set the place where you are supposed to be, and if you didn't get the marks or the points that they wanted, they would have to use the cane in every single way that they could to make sure that you achieved what they wanted.
Yeah. Wow, which is basically domination and control.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being there before the invaders came and took over the regions. Sounds like a British thing. Okay. Right, we're just letting go of those impacts of all the terrible things you've witnessed and seen and heard, because it's basically military punishment, corporal punishment on children too.
Yeah.
Right? And that must have really impacted you seeing that. And also hardened you in some way to accept their way of thinking. So let's just let go of all system ways of thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
And tell me how you're feeling.
It's like it's nothing like drawing energy from you, because I was feeling like there are some aspects. I didn't know where the energy was going, but you'd feel like at every single moment you are not in at your full capacity.
Yeah.
And
exactly. So I'm just going to talk to those aspects. How does your heart feel?
it feels much more calm now.
Okay, we're just helping those aspects. Some are weeping and crying, others are devastated in disbelief. I'm just letting them know that it's time for your perfect calibration for the oncoming phase and that they're required.
Yeah.
Okay, we've just got another 14 to go. And I'm just negotiating with the 15 to remove their impacts from you personally on your voyage. Do you think you're always going to have a career with the current employer you've got, or are you going to pursue your work now?
I wanna get to the point where I'm fully focused into the career that I've started, the hypnotherapy, and focus in the healing and go into the healing area. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now those aspects are very happy to hear that. So I'm just checking for any tribal curses that have come to you personally via the unconscious thoughts of others. I would like to get those removed. Because there will be those that will not be able to accept your light, but that's okay. They're on their own trip.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you stop yourself from speaking your truth sometimes in certain situations?
Yes. Yeah. That was a huge issue.
Yeah.
And from some previous sessions I had done, much work has been done around my throat chakra.
Yeah, there is an extreme blockage there. Now I'm just going to look through your past lives here and see where the origin is. This is a language device, actually, a Kunal device. There are crystal implants that go with it. When did that start bothering you, this problem with the throat?
I don't know, since I can remember myself, when I would try to express myself, it was like something was coming up around my throat area to stop the voice coming out.
Yes, so that's happened to you many times for you speaking on behalf of your culture. So,
Yeah.
and as well on a personal level. So what I'm going to do is get it removed, basically.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't ask for that.
Yeah, so that was an aspect of was it from a past life, or was it from this life?
Yeah, past life.
Yeah, because I also had a reading where before I came into this life, the other life I was in, I was a banker, and it was like a family business.
Okay. This is way back at the end of Epoch 2. It's old technology.
Okay.
Now, it's if you just touch your bone, you know, the sternum, the center of the sternum bone, and there's a small gap just there above the thymus.
I don't know where it is, but
You know your shoulder bone?
yeah.
Right, just follow the line to the center where there's a small gap.
Yeah.
Does that feel sore in there?
I don't know. It's like I've always felt like this. So
Okay. We're just engaging to remove it. So it might just feel a bit weird in a few moments, but it's on its way out. Right. That feels very good indeed. How is that feeling from your end? Can you describe it?
I didn't even know it was affecting me because I've gotten used to it, but I feel it's like much more smoother and my words can flow out with much ease from around that area.
It's important to speak your words of spiritual joy for you personally, to share that with your family,
Yeah.
to share that with your daughter.
Yeah.
And wife and your mother.
Yeah.
You're holding space for them. That's beautiful. So when you speak your spiritual true words of joy, you're really going to be tapping into your intuition with your future clients. So you will never hold back, even if it sounds the most ridiculous thing ever, because there is for them to hear from you. Okay? So just to align that fully. I'm smiling for you at this moment, Harrison, because I tell you what, you're going to do some really amazing things in your future career. And I just want to connect you to that.
Wow, that's impressive to hear. And being able to assist other people, that would be my joy.
Yeah. And they are the words that you will speak. Right, your energy is shifting now into a stronger position. Right, I just want you to feel the love of your ancestors coming through your light line. Just feel their gratitude and thanks coming in.
Yeah.
Can you feel they're really encouraging you? They're actually very beautiful people. There are mixed lines here from different parts of the galaxy, but there's some very strong ones too. Just feel that wisdom coming back to your heart.
Yeah.
And just feel the apology of anyone that wronged you.
Yeah.
And forgive them. Forgive them with your words of joy, soulful words of joy that speak the truth of your existence.
I'm feeling tingling around my shoulders, and when I'm speaking forgiveness, and
yeah, Time to let that all go now. You're doing really well. And this goes to show when you're committed to achieving an outcome like this and prepared to bear it, being broadcast, that's a really honourable thing, Harrison. Really well done to you.
Yeah.
Right, we're just going to I'm just tweaking some tweaks in the background.
Yeah.
I want you to engage now as you look back through all your existence and you make the best choices for yourself and your family.
Yes. Yes.
And just feel the divinity coming back. Letting go of every burden you ever carried for anyone else, you can let go. Now, checking into your heart, do you carry any system debt now?
Yeah, it's do you mean picking any form of loan from the banks?
Yeah, through your job.
Yeah, I picked some loans from some mobile apps, and I've never repaid them back, but yeah, I have that.
Okay, so apologize for that and then let it go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I do apologize for that.
Yeah, but look how much you carried for them. So it's a small drop of water in the ocean in comparison. So what about your the financial system karma that you inherited? Has that gone and been resolved?
It feels like it's still in the process of being resolved.
Okay. I'm just taking that further and wider. What truth does your soul need to speak in this moment, Harrison?
I'm feeling like you are free and speak your truth.
Yes.
And just you already know what you need to know within yourself. And yes, it's like this feeling of knowingness is coming within myself.
Yeah.
And
allow it to embed. We're just going to reset all of your technology to accept yourself and who you are.
yeah. Yeah, that's excellent. And there's something that's coming from in my mind. Earlier you had asked the relationship between me and my mom. It's okay, but the relationship between from the level of my aunts and with not me and them, but between my mom and their siblings. No, they don't see eye to eye, and
no, they don't, and they never will. essentially, most women in your culture of that age will be heavily, heavily programmed to accept system authority, male authority. This is where you step into your own. You are the authority on your own life, your own family. They have no input. We're just disentangling you from that. And this is where you really have to stand up in your truth.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault, you know, it's just the way that things rolled out with the cultures. And they can't control you.
Yeah, that's,
you know, you want your daughter to be free and supported
yes,
and non-suppressed, so she can come into her full power. Those ladies never came into any power, only other than to birth. And that is the sorry fact on our planet today.
yeah,
So you in this moment take the reins of your reality, and we're just going to instill filters and boundaries to keep out negative energies that want to criticize you and control you. I'm sure there are many family members or people listening out there that have experienced the same thing. Every family, I would say.
yeah. I just hope the way I'm feeling, because I don't have words to express what it is. I can't find the words to conceptualize all that, but just hope whoever chooses to go within themselves and do this work, they experience this.
Yes. And what this does is helps the individual to consolidate their experience here on earth and decide through their soul how to move forward, what they need to do, because the answers are on the inside. We can look outside for external information and data, but the real magic comes from knowing yourself, who you are, and what your capabilities are.
Yeah.
As a start, you know?
Yeah.
Right, there's an internal alignment process happening with you. How are you feeling?
It's like I'm feeling more relaxed, feeling this coherent coordination of the body system. It's like I'm fully aware of who I am within myself. Brilliant. And it's kind of a sense of peace that you can't put words to explain to anybody how this peace is, but it's just this extensive peace within myself.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. I'm not going to say understand. I understand.
Yeah.
That's it. Feel it increasing. Okay, and just looking ahead at what your choices are. These are your own personal soul choices as a living, breathing being on this planet today.
Okay.
Just feel it coming in. How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels much more happy.
Joyful.
Yeah, more joyful and
I've got
wanting. Yeah.
goosebumps for you. It feels like tremendous joy and connectivity to everything that you do because you choose it that way. And that's just moving up and down now, all around you, upshifting as you connect to your positive future and growth on an infinite level. Just embrace it and enjoy it.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful to feel that. And I was also working on shutting any negative timelines that's kind of influencing me.
Yeah,
I don't know if
we've taken care of that for you.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's good, because I remember in one session where I had a King Jamaica connected with one of the person who was doing a session on, and he said it's like a slice of sauce who is joyous, and the way I am not incarnated in a body, that same feeling is within me now. Beautiful. And it's like I'm coming to an understanding of what that means.
Yeah, just feel it. That's absolutely beautiful. And that's going to communicate with every single cell of you, seen and unseen at vast levels. Right? It's almost like you're emerging from out of what you were into your true self and true beingness.
Ah, that's excellent.
I'm just going to ground you and anchor it into you, above and below.
That's wonderful. And I wanted to ask, is any of that connected with my inner vision, kind of seeing where you're able to visualize and see images? Is it?
Yeah, your inner vision should be there. Now,
yeah.
Obviously using your third eye is literally what it's there for. You can view anything at any time. But, it takes great work to go in and really focus, and focus time looking within. What you'll hear, you'll feel, you'll see, just as what you were doing before, but it will go to the next level of your own assessment.
Okay, yeah.
And practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
And then you can't escape yourself then.
Yeah, I just hope the more I practice, the more images will become more clear and clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is an element of your light technology is using the sun to bathe yourself in that light. That's really key for one part of your lineage, but it will really just help to illuminate your inner pathways and how you function here. And this is very personal to you because you are a multi-race being. There's at least 55 streams of other races coming through you. So you're quite galactic, dear. Twice as an
That's amazing. And wow, does that come from my home planet? Because
well, which one? All of them do.
I don't know.
Qualities of them.
I don't know, because my first time coming here, I came in as a light being, so I don't know which planet I came from. So I don't have the exact words.
Yeah, look, at this point, just work with what you've got. I mean, let's see what's strong. I mean, there's strong Arcturian in there. There is strong Syrian in there as well. There are some remote races that I can't pronounce the names for. But, work with your inner light. That's the key to it all. Don't
Right.
let the names and the identifiers come to you. This is about you. Everyone is unique and individual that came here to resolve on the planet, and their makeups are different too.
Yeah.
Don't get hooked on details and the analysis side of things. Yeah, because now your CPU is your heart, and it will be open to translating the data, basically. So you're going to be able to do that. You're going to have quite a wide-reaching clientele, I can see, beings from different but the same places all at the same time. And this just represents our multidimensional nature. We are not one thing. We have been many things,
Yeah.
Right,
That's perfectly put and said. Yeah, because I didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm just going to get you there to stand in your own power in this universe as a sovereign being of light, and to really access your inner strength at your core. And we're going to reset your central nervous system. No more panic, no more fear. Pure light, unconditional love, stability and growth.
That's wonderful. And I also wanted to know, like for the past few weeks, I've been ejecting the AI from within my head because it was like positioning itself around my third eye. Like, who are sending those kind of those implants within myself, and why was it being done?
Yeah, I mean, this is an age-old program that they've been doing this for. They're hoping to reactivate certain people, sleepers, dormants, but this is what they're propelling out there with certain frequencies. So with Wi-Fi, all digital components, transmitters, receivers, satellites, and we're going to see more of this in the oncoming time. So it's really important to do this and not allow on any level any kind of transhumanist frequency to try and access you. And it is continual work every day in these times. But because all you have to do is analyze the patterns of it, when it comes, how you feel when it's coming at you, and then remove it out of your field. Just by saying no. You may not access me. I'm not your database. Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, and I also know my ancestors do come in handy when I require their assistance, and they help me with some of the things that they were doing. And while you're at that, does it mean that I can be able to also access my light body, and if there are any soul shards that I need to integrate within myself?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea to keep looking at that anyway. It's like, take a daily percentage, okay? A daily percentage of what, and this is a direct connection to your heart and your soul. You have all the data. Get a daily reading and then look at that and look at what you need to do to increase that and bring them back in for peace. And, as soon as you start communicating and loving these parts of yourself, it's going to accelerate. So it literally is persistence, persistence, persistence. And you can do it.
Yeah. So I have quite a number of them that I need to reintegrate within myself.
Okay. Yeah. So keep an eye on the figures. Okay. So let me know how, you get on with that. Drop me a line, drop me an email.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring the screen back just temporarily there for me. So thank you, everybody, for listening to Harrison's story. It's very interesting and represents what's happened to many people on this planet already. So if you would like to experience a spiritual court of equity resolution for your soul, for your being on the planet, for your light's line of creation, please do get in contact with me at Harmony Imperfect Counsel on Facebook. And you can find me somehow, or if you'd like a private session and you do not wish to do this in public for whatever reasons, we can address any scenario that has ever impacted your soul group, your light lines, and right the way back to your own prime creator, and resolve the issues that you came here to do. No more struggling around in the dark. We can help you. That's why we're here. And Concordia Consularis is the spiritual and business agency of the Fifth World of Peace. So any final words, Harrison?
Yeah, all I would say is that I'm so much thankful and grateful for what you have done for me and what you're offering the world. And I would like everybody who is able to have access to this information to just take courage within themselves and do this work, because if I can put towards what I'm feeling within myself to you, I don't know if even you could have those words to express those feelings within yourself, because it's like so much peace, the peace that is normally said, that the peace that surpasses human understanding. It's like that's what I'm feeling within myself, coming from within my heart. I'm grateful for what you have done. Thank you.
Thank you. And go and give your wife and daughter a very big hug and transmit that love to them. That's just beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on to the first Spiritual Courts of Equity Live. You were first for a reason. Let's see it and see what happens when it unfolds. So thank you very much to everybody for joining. This is lovely. I'm so happy, pleased that this could take place in this day and age. And you'll find my contact details below. Do get in contact and see what we can do on this channel to support and help you to grow your existence and heal and resolve traumas from across the universe and all time of your experience. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of the Fifth World of Peace. Thank you very much for joining us.